To understand the magnitude of the 1804 Liberty Quarter, we have to travel back to the early days of the United States. The year is 1804. Thomas Jefferson is president. Lewis and Clark are on the verge of beginning their epic expedition into the uncharted West. The country is barely 3 decades old. The U.S. Mint, located in Philadelphia, is just getting its footing, trying to establish a stable and respected coinage system. Unlike today, coins weren't produced annually in huge numbers. Every coin was struck for necessity, often by hand, and only when there was a demand. In 1804, one of the rarest quarters ever made entered circulation, and its story is truly fascinating. The coin itself, design and composition. The 1804 25-cent coin is a work of neoclassical art, obverse. At the center, we see the elegant draped bust of Liberty, a design created by the talented engraver Robert Scott. Liberty's flowing hair and soft expression reflect a romanticized vision of American ideals. Around her are the words Liberty and the date 1804. 13 stars arc above her head, one for each of the original colonies. Reverse. Turn the coin over, and you're greeted with a bold heraldic eagle inspired by the Great Seal of the United States. The eagle clutches arrows in one talon, an olive branch in the other. War and peace. Above its head is a banner reading E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one. The coin is struck in 89.2% silver and 10.8% copper, weighing approximately 6.74 grams. Only 6,738 pieces were minted. Compare that to modern quarters, which are minted in the billions. That's the first clue to its rarity. Why the 1804 quarter is so rare. The 1804 draped bust quarter holds legendary status for one main reason. It was among the last quarters struck in the draped bust design before a long hiatus. After this year, the quarter wasn't minted again until 1815, an 11-year gap. But there's more. The 1804 quarter had a very low mintage. Even back then, people weren't saving coins for collecting. Most were used until they wore down to nothing, or were melted for their silver. And of the 6,738 minted, only a handful remain today in any condition, and even fewer in clean circulated condition, which means it has been used but still retains its original detail and beauty. Numismatist coin experts believe that less than 100 genuine 1804 quarters exist in any grade. And when one shows up for sale, get ready for some eye-watering figures. Legendary sales and million-dollar value. Over the years, the 1804 draped bust quarter has consistently shattered auction records. In 2008, a clean circulated example of the 1804 quarter sold for $345,000. In 2015, another one sold for over $400,000, and that wasn't even in mint condition. And just recently, in 2023, a high-grade example fetched a staggering $1.5 million at a private auction. That's right. A single 1804 quarter can be worth more than $1 million. The value depends heavily on condition, but even circulated examples in average shape easily cross the 6-figure mark. So why such insane value? It's a combination of rarity, historic significance, and collector demand. Serious collectors, and even museums, want this coin because it's a direct link to the foundational years of the US. Because of its value, the 1804 quarter is one of the most counterfeited coins in US history. Forgeries have flooded the market. Some are crude, while others are impressively deceptive. Collectors must be cautious and only purchase verified coins from trusted auction houses or dealers. Even professional numismatists have been fooled by high-quality fakes. So authenticity certification by a grading company like PCGS or NGC is absolutely crucial. Owning a genuine 1804 quarter is not just about having a rare coin. It's about holding a piece of early American legacy. Let's talk about what makes your 1804 quarter in clean circulated condition special. This means the coin has seen circulation, but it's been well preserved. You can still see Liberty's features clearly. The eagle's feathers are mostly intact, and the legends are legible. In the world of coin grading, such a coin might fall in the range of VF, very fine, to XF, extremely fine. In this grade range, the 1804 quarter can be valued between $150,000 to over $500,000 depending on eye appeal, toning, and provenance. Collectors love circulated coins because they show a coin's history, a journey from hand to hand through 200 plus years of American life. Imagine the stories your coin could tell. Maybe it passed through the hands of a pioneer heading westward. Maybe it was exchanged at a general store in a young frontier town. Perhaps it helped fund a newspaper during the War of 1812. Or maybe it sat forgotten in a drawer during the Civil War, only to be rediscovered in a 20th century estate sale. The 1804 quarter is more than silver. It's a survivor, a storyteller, a national heirloom. In a world of digital payments and disposable currency, the 1804 Liberty Quarter is a reminder of permanence. It reflects a time when every coin mattered, when currency was art, and when the value of a nation was stamped onto real metal meant to last. If you ever come across one, or even a possible reproduction, don't let it slip away. Get it appraised. You might be holding a fortune, but more importantly, you're holding a piece of America's soul. Before we go deep into this coin's value, let's take a trip back to the early 1800s, a time when the United States Mint was still in its infancy. The 1804 quarter is not just a piece of silver, it's a time capsule capturing the essence of a young America just finding its footing. At that time, the US was using silver to mint coins like dimes, half dollars, and quarters. Each coin was carefully crafted with manual dies engraved by skilled artisans. Coins weren't just currency, they were symbols of liberty and independence. The Liberty-seated quarter design didn't arrive until the 1830s, but earlier quarters like the 1804 draped bust quarter featured Lady Liberty in classical Roman style. Soft flowing hair, dignified features, and a strong gaze pointing to America's future. Design details, 2 to 330. The 1804 quarter carries the draped bust design, which was first introduced in 1796. On the obverse side, you see Lady Liberty, her hair tied back with a ribbon, draped in a toga style gown. Surrounding her are the 13 stars representing the original colonies. The reverse side features a majestic eagle, wings spread wide, clutching arrows, and an olive branch, symbols of war and peace. Above the eagle are the words United States of America and the iconic denomination, 25 C. This isn't just a coin, it's a work of miniature art from the dawn of American minting. Rarity and mintage, 330 to 530. Now here's where things get really exciting. The 1804 Liberty Quarter was minted in extremely low quantities. Only 6,338 coins were struck that year. One of the smallest mintages in $quarter history. But even more astonishing is this. Very few of those coins survived the test of time. Many were melted down, lost, or worn beyond recognition. Today, clean circulated examples are incredibly rare, a true needle in a haystack. Collectors, go wild for this coin because it's a ghost from America's early days, and owning one is like holding a piece of the country's soul in your hands. Condition and value. Let's talk about the $1 million question. What's it worth? In clean circulated condition, that means it shows wear but retains most of its details. The 1804 Liberty 25-cent coin has sold at public auctions for anywhere between $300,000 to over $1.5 million, depending on specific factors like toning, strike quality, and provenance. One example in lightly circulated condition fetched $1.4 million at a heritage auction because it was part of a famous collection. And here's the kicker. Even a well-worn version, graded by PCGS or NGC, can easily cross the six-figure mark. This is not pocket change. This is generational wealth from something that could be sitting in someone's drawer right now. Why this coin is so valuable. So why is this coin worth so much? It's not just age or rarity. It's a combination of historical importance, low survival rate, and intense collector demand. The 1804 quarter is one of the earliest examples of America's commitment to fine coinage. It's a pre-modern relic, produced long before minting machines and mass production took over. Plus, it carries the draped bust design, which collectors obsess over. That style was only used on quarters for a few short years, making it even more desirable. Imagine being one of just a few hundred people on Earth to own such a coin. The bragging rights alone are worth a fortune. Now, I know what you're thinking, could I have one of these? Well, it's unlikely, but not impossible. Here's what to look for. Liberty above Lady Liberty's head, clearly engraved. The year 1804 at the bottom. A detailed eagle with sharp wings and tail, feathers on the reverse, and a distinct 25C. And Marcus here, not quarter dollar like modern coins, but be warned, fakes are out there. If you think you found one, get it professionally graded immediately by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. Closing with anticipations, 10:30. To 11.0, and that's just the first coin in our countdown of the 5 most valuable Washington quarters. Who would have thought a simple 25-cent coin from 1804 could be worth over $1 million today? And we're just getting started. Stay tuned, because the next coin on our list is even rarer, and its story will absolutely blow your mind.
That most people overlook. The 1997 Fiji $1 Sakamole featuring none other than Queen Elizabeth II. Could this simple Pacific dollar make you a small fortune? Let's find out. Most Valuable Washington Quarter Dollar Coins. Episode Rare. Finds from the Pacific. Setting the scene. Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today's feature is not your typical American quarter. We're taking a tropical detour to the beautiful islands of Fiji, where a coin called the Sakamole tells an unexpected story of history, royalty, and value. And yes, while it says $1 on the face, its true worth could shock you. Minted in 1997, this coin carries more than just currency. It holds the weight of colonial history, royal representation, and collector demand. While it may look ordinary to the untrained eye, let me show you why this coin, in clean circulated condition, is now making headlines in collector circles. Visual breakdown. Let's take a closer look. Close-up visuals of both sides of the coin. The obverse, you'll see the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by Raphael Maklouf, a familiar image across many Commonwealth nations. The words, Elizabeth II, Fiji, 1997, encircle the portrait. This design is iconic, regal, and unmistakably vintage. Now flip it over. The reverse proudly displays Fiji's national coat of arms, a detailed crest flanked by 2 Fijian warriors, with a canoe at the top and a lion holding a cacao pod. Beneath, the denomination reads $1, or as it's locally known, Sakamole. Clean circulated examples of this coin, with visible detail, no major scratches, and light toning, are exactly what collectors are chasing: rarity and collector demand. Now you may be wondering, why is this coin valuable? Didn't they make thousands of these? Great question. While the 1997 Sakamole had a standard mintage, what makes it truly rare is the combination of 3 things: limited survival rate in good condition, transitionary period of Pacific coinage, post-British rule, increasing global demand for Queen Elizabeth II commemorative coins since her passing. Most coins from Fiji get heavy wear due to the island climate and circulation, so finding one that's still clean, lightly used, and sharp in detail is like finding a shell with a pearl inside. Market value. Let's talk numbers. According to recent auctions and numismatic forums, a clean circulated 1997 Fiji $1 Sakamole can sell between $30 to $120, depending on condition. But here's where it gets spicy. Graded specimens, especially those in MS65 or higher, even if just barely circulated, have sold for as high as $500 to $800. And if by some stroke of luck you stumble upon an error version, like a misaligned die, double strike, or off-center minting, you could be looking at a coin valued in the thousands of dollars. In 2022, a collector reportedly paid $1,250 for a near-mint Sakamole with an obverse die crack and gorgeous golden toning. Potential. Value up to $1,250 in collector's market. But there's more to this coin than just money. It's also a slice of Fiji's royal and political timeline. The Sakamole was part of Fiji's transitional phase as it maintained strong ties to the Commonwealth, while establishing its own economic identity. Even though Fiji had become a republic by the late 1980s, it continued featuring Queen Elizabeth II on its coinage until the early 2000s. This 1997 issue represents one of the final waves of monarch-backed coinage, making it historically significant to both royalists and Commonwealth collectors. Tips for identifying valuable versions. Want to know if the Sakamole in your drawer is worth something? Here's what to look for. Check for clean fields, minimal scratches, clear Queen's portrait. Inspect the coat of arms, detail in the warriors and the canoe. Look for minting errors. These are jackpot variants. Consider grading. If your coin looks pristine, send it to PCGS or NGC for grading. A certified coin always fetches more. Footage of coin being examined under magnifications. Here's the deal. Coins like the 1997 Sakamole are flying under the radar. For now. But as more collectors enter the market post-Queen Elizabeth's passing, and as Fijian historical coins become harder to find, their value is expected to climb dramatically over the next decade. So whether you're an investor, a history buff, or just someone curious about the money in your pocket, this coin is one to watch. Do you have a 1997 Sakamole lying around? Dig it out, clean it gently, if needed, and take a close look. You could be holding a small treasure.